I don't even know where we are, but I'm just gonna chill with it.
Okay, I hope you're ready
Hey,
because that's going to be
hey,
one hell of a ride.
hey.
And welcome to our charity marathon, another interview.
Hello.
This time we have Adam Clark with us. Adam Clark, not Adam D. Clarkey, as I did that at some point. Apologise for that, Adam. We
No
we
E, no E.
yeah, no E, no D.
The band
So
of vowels.
Adam Clark, voice
Yeah.
of Jester Arkham in Devil May Cry 3. So give big shout out to Adam. And
Lou, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
thank
Really
you
am.
for
This is
thank you
my
for
first. Honestly, this is my first con of sorts. So I've never done any. I've never represented Jester or any of my other characters at a con. So
How does
you
it
guys
feel?
have got the. This is the inaugural event. Feels kind of cool.
Little red carpet
yeah.
coming
That's
out.
what we always
It
say.
is.
Go
I'm like like a DF celebrity. So I kind of just got a few followers on Twitter. But it's nice to have this chance to chat with everybody. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
It's funny. I'm bad with my alphabets, bro.
You forgot. You're like FED.
Hey, yo, he was passive. That's all I want to say.
Oh God! Now I wish we had something to send you that you could sign. That would be
Oh, I would
something.
love to. Even afterwards, if you guys.
Oh
send me
yeah, if
something,
we
be
get
happy.
yeah,
Be happy
I'm
to.
definitely gonna try and get something. So hit that donate button, hit that link to PayPal, hit those bits and donate. And sooner or later, rather sooner than later, you're gonna have a chance to win something signed by Adam. And as you can,
We don't know what it is, but I'll sign it.
yeah. So it's gonna be
So excited.
only stuff signed by Adam
Can't wait.
related to Devil May Cry 3. So Adam,
Yeah.
Jester, Arkham, two characters in one.
Uh-huh.
Playing with, doing it with Ruben, doing it with Dan, doing it with
We did it.
Kerry Walgreen, and then obviously
Enthusiasm.
Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. So
Now I never worked with Carrie because we in the voice booths we were always by ourselves. So
all
we
right,
just did we laid down our track. Now I worked with Dan and Ruben doing the motion capture.
all right,
I
okay.
was I was hired on to do the motion capture before I even got the voice gig for this job.
Ooh.
Oh
Do you
Yeah,
have any favorite memories or experience with that by any chance?
Japan for 2 weeks, baby.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, it was this really cool time in motion capture and live performance where it was cheaper to fly the talent to Japan, record the motion capture there than it was to because there really wasn't the technology hasn't caught up to that level yet where they could send all the tech they could do the mocap in LA and then send the stuff to Japan. So it was cheaper to send the talent in Japan. So I out of my little motion capture span, I got 8 trips to Japan.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Paid
nice.
trips to
I'm a little
Japan.
jealous.
So
I've been there once.
it was cool. I loved going to Japan. That was a highlight. That was the highlight of Devil May Cry was going to Japan and then going again for a special edition.
Oh yeah,
Wait, that's actually kind of
we have one
great.
comment in the chat. Adam has excellent eyebrows. Uh, so there
Can you
you,
do like a trick with them? Like, can you wiggle? Hey, there you go.
there you
Okay.
go. Oh,
Ooh,
um,
someone in chat has a good question. How did you get the
So
job? Who contracted him for, your role?
I
there you go.
my first motion capture job I got a long time ago. If you remember when Godzilla was being remade into a movie,
Yes.
what was being was brought back to life in the movie realm. A friend of mine was working for a company who I went to college, post college with. He was working for a company that was trying to get a bid to work on the Godzilla movie,
Mhm.
and there was this new technology called motion capture, and he knew I was my training comes from theater acting, many years of theater acting. So I'm a very physical actor. So my friend called me and he said, "I need you. Can you work for a half day with me and figure this tech out?" So they put me in this like wetsuit, which had an umbilical cord, all kinds of wires coming out of it with the balls and everything. But this was like
Ah.
heavy. And then I got a live action Godzilla, like a lizard that I was dancing with and we were messing with and stuff. So I did a half day doing that. Cut to 2 to 3 years down the road, my buddy now works for EA. He got me an audition for James Bond, Everything or Nothing, or what is it? James
Okay.
Bond, the one that came after GoldenEye. And I
Yes,
landed
yes.
James Bond as the mocap actor. So I was doing Pierce Brosnan's James Bond. Ruben was the mocap actor for the bad guy, who was I don't recall. But anyways, Ruben said, "Hey,
Honest
I've got this group, Just Cause Productions, that does motion capture and stuff. We've got a lot of stunt guys, but we don't have any actors. And you're a good actor, physical character guy. Would you come and do some auditions for us?" So the second audition I did for him was Devil May Cry.
And
And
that's how
look
it's
where we are
that's
years
how it
later.
came to life. Yeah.
There you go. And then I got on the set and did Devil May Cry, came up with the whole the Jester character and everything. And the producers took a liking to me, really liked my voice, and then kept me over for the voice actor.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
yo,
obviously
There you go.
that's where I come in when it comes to voice acting, because obviously Jester, you can just feel the inspiration with Mark Hamill and his Joker. And
Well, little known, I don't know if you might know it, but in the original script, in the audition script, in the first draft of Devil May Cry, Jester, his character's name was Joker.
oh,
Oh,
no,
so
that we didn't know.
so-
perfectly.
At my audition, it was just a direct ripoff of the Joker, and I love the Mark Hamill, big fan of course, Star Wars,
Yes,
and then
yes.
transitioning into his voice work as well. It was a direct inspiration for that character. So no, and then as it evolved, it turned in a little more high pitchy and kind of melded into its own
Make
Jester
your
slash.
own form.
I
your
tried
own
to.
thing. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's purely awesome. And then obviously it was doing two characters at once. So did you know it's going to be actually two characters that you're going to do? Because well, same character but two personalities.
I knew going in, and then that was just a stoic character, just it was if Jester was up here, Arkham was down here, and it was all in just. Well, it started on the mocap stage as just trying to be stoic and trying to add some sort of movement to him. There's a lot of like kind of vague gestures that don't translate into that early generation motion capture as well, because you have to make everything big and you can't touch yourself, because if you touch yourself, it goes all and stuff. So
That
you
that
can't, like,
sounded
if you
sounded
see it,
iffy.
the early people like feed themselves, or like when they pat each other on the head, it's always all because
Yeah.
if they crossed, it would be all but they would meld characters. So anyway, so Arkham, and he had, I think his original name was Heine, Hyne. Yeah, so it was Joker and Heine, or Heine, and then it went to it
Like Mr.
What's
Hyde type
yeah,
vibe.
that might have been type, because they were going the Jekyll Hyde type.
Yeah,
play
that
with it.
would
Maybe
make more sense. Yeah.
they were kind of twists like that. But yeah, so it just came very low and very introspective and very, I'm going to take over the world, and where's that damn devil gate? Where can I open it up? And so I've got a very broad character range. I did a lot of musical theater training, that plays into it. The dance, I could do some bell kicks like nobody's business,
Yeah, do one right
And
now.
then
It's time.
I
Put you on the
can't.
spot.
2 weeks ago, I had foot surgery, so
No.
I'm currently in a.
You're an actor. Never mind.
Oh.
All right, never mind. I was gonna be like, good acting, good try.
No,
good try.
I got a cast on my foot.
Oh,
Can't wait to get
dear.
it off, but
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Someone in chat also said, do you have a favorite line from DMC3?
it was probably the one I tied in with the phallic reference to the tower. Oh god, I can't remember it. I'd have to go back.
Don't
It's in my
worry,
demo
been
reel.
years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, but like that Jester wand too. That was my suggestion. I asked because I wanted some sort of prop and thing that I could mess with, and because I needed and something I could reference with too. And it had the little Jester wand, and it made sense because like a court jester has they have the wands.
So you improvised a
call it-
lot, from what I'm gathering.
Yeah, a lot of movement. I stuck to the script, but all the movement was direction from them was a lot of, you need to be here, you need to be here, whatever you do in between.
It's all you.
So like hop around, dance, like whenever he's trying to shoot me, the first meeting with Dante, when he's trying to shoot me, and I'm doing the running thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on me.
Hey, I like that.
And they kept
Okay.
that, and then so.
Um,
And in fact, if I don't know if you've seen the tapes that I shared with you a few days ago.
Yes, I've
In
showed
the-
one.
at-
I
at the-
wanna do them, release them just so people don't go crazy. Because after the first one, after the first mocap, the one with the trumpet and all that, people just went bonkers. So
Right on,
I'm trying
right on.
to.
Well, in the LA tape one, you'll see it's the LA rehearsal one. It's scene 9, I think, is how it's listed. It's the one where all of us meet together and Jester Arkham does the twist in the middle of the scene. It's that big meeting where they all meet together. But it's there's like multiple takes of Jester. Jester's gonna spank your butt, spank you in the. Jester gonna spank your butt, spank you in the butt. And then it's like, go Jester, it's your birthday, go Jester. All kind of crazy stuff. So you get to see a bunch of different options and
Make
like
that my ringtone.
kind of how we worked.
Oh, that's just pure.
It was weird working in that situation because everybody else is. I mean, Chiva, Stephanie Chiva, who was a motion capture actress for Lady, in that great stunt woman. Ruben, great fighter, stunt man, and then here comes this actor. I'm a clown. Here comes a clown.
Spanking his butt
And,
on the side.
and this incredible stunt team in Japan. I mean, they're wire work and everything. I think the only wire work I did was when they spun me up in that thing and I'm spinning around.
Yeah.
It's they strapped me onto that. But everyone else is doing flips and stuff, and I've got a big, I've got a red nose and big floppy shoes on, and just dancing around and having a blast.
But every group needs a clown like that, and. But I can.
Yeah, I guess you could say I was the production's jester in a sense, in a true sense.
Yeah. So obviously we know that Dan is a massive goof. They all can be massive goofs. So how was working with them, and how did you manage to actually pull that through? Because yesterday we had Danielle Bergio, who worked with them on Devil May Cry 4, and she mentioned that they are just crazy people, just plain crazy people. So how was it to actually work with them and keeping that workflow going with such goofs around you?
Spill the deets.
It was a great production assistant team, a great production staff that kept us on, all right, you got to be down for the the van at so and so time. Kept us our schedule tight, but we of course did as much as we could to have as much fun as we could. And I think you get a small sample. There's a video of me. There's a couple things that Dan and I did.
Yes,
That's
yes.
just like 3% of the crud that we pulled around.
Give us 9%.
There was a lot of drinking involved. I'll be honest.
Oh, understandable.
So
Yeah,
I was I was a lot younger, and it was my first time in Japan. So we had a great
we
time.
know something
And
about that. So
There you go. I've matured since then.
Only one shot of it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh god.
No, but we had a great time. We all just clicked. So and we had such a long period of working with it. We had extensive LA rehearsals and then traveling into Japan. And the thing is, I think we got a lot of our BS and giggles, you could say, out of the way, and the LA rehearsals and stuff like that. And then when we got to Japan, we knew what we were doing. So when it was time to step up, when we step up to our job, we step up to do our job. I mean, that comes out in the work. But when they say cut and we're taking off the mocap suit, even when we're not taking off the mocap suit, we're having a good time. And it's always it was always just a great environment to work in.
That's
That's
awesome.
really nice to hear.
Tiffany, by the way, we have that favorite line of yours. It says, "That thick shaft that makes woman shudder."
That's it.
Okay, do it
You
for
have
the
to.
chat.
That thick shaft that causes women to shudder. I screwed up my camera.
Plus,
Oh, it's still
you
okay.
like to somehow transition it from your camera.
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
works better with the prop. I need the prop.
Get like a stick or something. Get like a pen.
What is
Get
that
a...
thick shaft that causes women to shudder? I don't know why that does that when I.
Oh God, Tiffany,
It is.
Tiffany, after
Yeah.
you, after you. If you have anything, go for it. Because I
So-
bet now you have loads of stuff in your head.
My thing was obviously during DMC3 I don't know, like you told me your foot's very injured, but I wanted to see you do some movement and like dance and like give me your best like, like impersonation again, but I know you
I
can't
can
right
give you.
now.
I'll give you a laugh if you want to. You want to
I'm
gesture
down
laugh.
for this. I'm down.
Let me. I don't want to peek you guys out at all.
No. Your camera transition.
Oh dear.
Like midway, it just went dark blue and it got super intense, and
I
I
think,
love
well,
every second of it.
Was it? No, I don't know what did that. That's so weird.
I don't
I
know.
thought it was because I kind of kicked my cast against my stool, but that didn't do it.
Yeah, I think your voice just being so powerful, the camera can handle it. You know, affecting
Cat is loving
affecting
it.
voice with affecting camera with your voice.
That's it. I come across on many different wavelengths.
Yeah. So that must be that. So after DMC, obviously there was other work for Capcom. There was some Resident Evil as well.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they didn't bring. They need to bring Oswald Spencer back into the fold. I mean, he's like
got
the.
folded.
Well, he's like the guy who. I don't. I'm not too deep into my Resident Evil lore, but is he not like the catalyst of like the Umbrella?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
he
Is and he's got one little measly scene in Resident Evil 5 where he gets killed by. I'm like, come on, I want to see backstory for Oswald Spencer, Capcom.
There was recently, but
did they-
I don't know if we should get into spoiler territory in Resident
I
Evil
don't wanna-
Village.
I don't play it that often. But is Oswald
It's
Spencer's
okay.
is Oswald Spencer in Resident Evil Village?
There is a cameo, but not voice line. Don't worry, they didn't like take you
Okay.
out. All
They
right,
didn't
but
take me
it's
back.
letters and all
I did
that
do motion
stuff.
capture for him too. That was a fun mocap.
How was it being on the
session to
chair? Just
getting
Yeah.
killed.
And that I may have bounced it. I don't know. Okay. Kind of fades back in then. Oswald Spencer was cool. That was a thing where I added a lot of physicality to it, and before each take, I would basically try and cough myself to death, just try and make myself as ragged and feel old as possible. And yeah, that was pretty cool. There was only one scene though. I really would have. I got to play a few little monster fill twos, whatever I was doing on that
really?
day. Oh, just basic generic monster run across, but that was cool. I think probably my I had a lot more fun doing the voice for that too. And again, that was a direct steal from Star Wars. That was an Ian McDermott Emperor Palpatine ripoff, which a lot of people pointed out online. Oh yeah, that's a Sheev Palpatine all the way, baby.
Oh yeah.
I do
oh, yeah.
have a question.
Yeah, go.
For all
Tiffany.
the Resident Evil games you played, I'm assuming you've played at least some. What was your favorite one out of them all?
I never got past the opening credits of Resident Evil 5.
What? You just stopped that?
I just for one, it was on my Xbox 360, and I just never vibed with my 360. I'm a PlayStation guy, and I never had it on my
Represent.
PlayStation. So there you go. And I just never vibed with the controllers on a 360, and it was one of those games where I put do it. And it was one of those games where I just put it down. I was like, I'll pick it up again later. And then I just my 360 is still sitting on my shelf, but I never played it. So it was PS4 that I go to. But I've always been meaning to pick it up. It's like Half-Life. I played Half-Life years ago, and I got to a certain point where I'm like, damn it, I can't get past this part. And I set it down for like 3 years, and then I picked it up again, and I was like, got past it. Finished the story now. So
Oh, Resident Evil 5
it's
has
just,
co-op, so maybe one day get
I
some
know, and I
friends
know
or
it's an awesome game, and I love
fun.
those games, and it's just, I got to get it for my PlayStation.
Oh,
or
that's
PC. I'm telling you, PC comes in clutch.
No, my PC's for work, and if I played games on my PC, I'd be on my computer the whole time. I would work, and then I'd stop working, and then I'd play games. So,
and then
I
you'd
gotta-
stop,
I
and then
gotta
you'd
draw the
stop
line
working
somewhere.
completely and just play games.
Exactly, that's the crutch.
Okay,
Is that your
favorite games
only-
then.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad. I'm so sorry for cutting
Yeah,
you off.
sorry.
My bad. I was
Go
gonna say,
Tiffany,
is that
and
your-
I'll go next.
Is that your only Resident Evil experience that you have?
I did 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay, got you.
6, I did the motion capture for the lead villain. I don't remember his name.
did
He
you?
was the guy, the one with the one who had the ring.
Yes.
Remember the guy? That was me. Yeah, I did his mocap for that. But then I didn't get,
good.
but I didn't get cast for the voice.
Oh,
It would have been nice.
Wah, wah.
But
they don't know
Yeah.
what they lost. They have no idea.
yeah, they lost in the end.
Well, that actually got kind of a point to a transition in my life where I had to take like a 10-year hiatus from the entertainment industry to focus on my family. So it kind of worked out right. So, and I've actually just started freelancing again like 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm kind of fresh back into the voiceover game. I'm freelancing all from my house. This is all my daughters are in the other room right here watching TV. So
Oh, bless them.
just like our other guest, Drew Coombs, he has pretty much exact same story. He was voice of Dante in Devil May Cry 1, and it's pretty very very similar to for him the way he did some acting and then took a break and then freelancing and so on. So very very similar experiences there.
yeah.
But
I'm excited to get back into the game. It's I just built this booth because I knew I had the foot surgery coming up, so I needed to build something that I could sit in and keep my foot propped up. I knew I had this coming up, so I was like, all right, got to get that booth built.
yeah.
Having fun. I'm glad to be back in the game.
Awesome. Hopefully somebody sees the stream and maybe something's gonna come out of it.
There's so many revivals. Why not a Jester revival?
Exactly.
Let's bring Jester back.
So we do have a question, but you pretty much answered that. There's a question. Is Adam a gamer? I think we pretty much answered that question just with a mention of Half-Life. But I'm gonna ask, what's your favorite game and why?
My favorite game of all time?
Yes. That's like the hardest question for any gamer out there.
Oh no, I got an answer. I don't know about you.
Well, see, that's a loaded question because you got to think of my age too. I'm 50.
Oh yeah, I know.
My first console was Pong. Was the console
I know.
Pong?
The
where you
one
got-
when
where
the
you
one
set
with the
it on
knob.
top, that was my first game, and then I had an Atari 1600.
Yeah.
And then ColecoVision after that.
Oh, that's nice.
I also survived through the video game arcade rising and falling.
Mm-hmm.
So there's I mean, if you go back to Pong, Donkey Kong, I kicked butt on Donkey Kong. I was an arcade junkie on Donkey Kong. I could put a quarter in Donkey Kong and last for a long time on Donkey Kong.
People online probably hated you. Like, hey yo, when did you get it off, bro?
What's the Donkey Kong? There's no Donkey Kong. But anyway,
Can you even Donkey Kong?
I'd say probably what I really like right now is Telltale Games Lego Star Wars, and I'm really looking forward to the Skywalker saga. Every time I'm in GameStop, I'm like, hey, any news on the Skywalker saga coming out? That is one of my probably really cool. And I wish they would bring it up to a higher console. Is Lego Star Wars Clone Wars.
Clone
Oh,
Wars
like
is,
the
it's
fir-
the best series.
It's like the first 3 seasons or first 2 seasons of Clone Wars in Lego form. So each mission is an episode of the first of the. It is just so cool, and I wish they would incorporate that into a higher console. Gran Turismo is and I can't give you one game. There's so many games.
Top 5.
I'm sorry. Gran Turismo, I was huge into. I love the driving game and just the split section and just the speed and just the focus and getting into it. Today, playing DC Lego Villains with my daughter. I was playing that. Since I got the cast on, I got Diablo 3.
Oh, hell. Okay.
Hardcore seasonal, let's go.
I've got I found I'm a gamer on a budget, father with kids, so I'm always more into the used games. So I'm really looking forward to the price coming down on Milo or the Milo. What's his face? Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Milo. What? So I'm looking forward to the price of Miles Morales coming down so I can afford it, and I'm also looking for. Probably my next one's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll pick that up.
Good taste.
All right, we definitely need to hit on Diablo, and hopefully.
I love Diablo, and what reminded me of Diablo because that was a PC game I played when I was young and in the 90s, and would love Diablo. And then for one of my kids' birthdays, he's got to get some Diablo swag.
I love Diablo. You don't understand. I used to do hard
there it is.
Every season.
Nice. But what reminded me of Diablo is for my kid's birthday, they love Minecraft, so I got Minecraft Dungeons. And I was like, this is flipping Diablo. It's the same game engine as Diablo. Have you ever played Minecraft Dungeons?
No, I haven't played it. I do know about it, and it's pretty much the same.
It's the game engine for Diablo. It's an exact replica, but in Minecraft. So my kids, I was like, oh, it's safe. Yeah, Minecraft. Da da da. And then I got Diablo, and I'm like, well, it's not really bloody. It's arcade bloody. It's like and the story's like, not big deal. So I just transitioned my kids over to playing real life Diablo.
Oh yeah, kids.
I told their mom, I'm like, okay, let me
sucks.
explain it to you. Okay, it's not this. I just told her. She's like, okay, well, I trust your judgment. I'm like, so yeah. So, and they're already bored with it. So. Their thing about
a farming game. It's very
their thing about Diablo is the dress up factor.
Yes,
they love to get new things, and then they go to the witch lady, and then they just change whatever their thing is to make everything match. And they're like, okay, we're all blue. All right, let's go. And before anybody says that my kids are 11 and 12, it's not that crazy young. So and a 19-year-old. I've got a 19, 12, and 11-year-old.
Wow. Big family.
All girls.
Yeah, the chat says drops a video game reference and Nerd Armory. Oh, I got that mint. That's me being Nerd Armory and massive collector.
you were so excited. I've got swag.
Yes.
We legit ran out. Just like dip. So are you excited for Diablo 2 remake coming out, or?
I heard about that when I picked up this Diablo 3 used copy. The teller was like, "Oh yeah, the Diablo 2 coming out." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'll buy it when it's used.
Oh, understandable.
I think we can sort you out at some point just so we can play together.
Totally.
We can make that happen. Go on, Tiff.
Yeah, I got to get my levels up a little higher though and everything before I jump into the world of everybody.
Oh, close BattleNet straight away.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Well, I do have a question.
That sounds too sexy.
There's nothing wrong with sexy.
I do try.
Close BattleNet right away.
But
and everything turns into ASMR session now.
Are we doing ASMR as we speak? Is this happening?
Yeah, I think we are.
Oh no, the water.
Casey in the chat getting anxiety.
Delicious.
We just triggered 5 people in chat.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
Oh. I knew somehow I felt that's gonna be completely off the rails, and I love it. Honestly, I love it. And people in the chat, don't forget to donate. Don't forget to donate for Homeless Worldwide. link down below and link in the chat as well. We also accept bits, so hit that donate. Yeah, let's sip on that water. Tiffany, off to you.
Oh, so
Tiffany had a question.
Yes, I
Yes.
actually do have a question. You did mention you were getting back into freelancing and doing more work. Is there any future games or series you would like to be into or like get a role in? Any dream projects?
Star Wars.
Star Wars?
That's my goal. So if there's anybody listening who's got contact, the crazy thing is my first voice director and teacher and only voice teacher was Mary McGlynn, the awesome Mary. She was directing Rebels. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. She directed Rebels, did a lot of voices, or did some voices as well. So I've just got my, I'm in my 6 degrees. I'm just trying to work my way up into
Straight to the right
to get.
path. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's my dream goal, to be involved in a Star Wars project and just kind of have my life be full circle. But even then, I know but when that happens, I'll have another goal down the road. It's never going to quit, but that's where I'm headed towards right now. I really want to get into animation because that's what inspired me as a child. Big Looney Tunes fan from way back, Daffy Duck, all the way. Marvin the Martian and all the fun stuff. That's what got me into making voices and again, getting my imagination, my creativity sparked. So I would just like to get back into that and to do that professionally. And when I could start doing that and just doing that, that would be the best.
Get into Star Wars animation. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
There's a
Animation
lot
or
of
games.
animation, and I watch, animation or game, but I love the animation that's going on right now. I think Dave Filoni is just like my generation's George Lucas, and he's like a peer to me because we're like in the same age range, which is so weird to have all these people creating at Star Wars that had the same influence at in the same age as I did. So like there's all these. It's because I'm a big fan of the Legends books. I read all of the Legends books and went in and filled any gaps before the new series came out. So when they started bringing back Thrawn, and now I don't want to spoil the end of Bad Batch. There's some new stuff at the end of Bad Batch. Exactly. That just shows them more. I'm just gonna say they're dipping into Legends, baby, and I can't wait. Just bring those Salamiri and wrap around your neck, and you can't get no force. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about.
I know.
You know what an Salamiri is?
No, that one no. But okay, going back to
It's your execution that made me laugh.
going
You
back
don't know
to
what no Salamiri is? Shit.
okay, going back to Legends. Thoughts on bringing back Revan into anything Star Wars?
But see, no, that's funny enough. I never really got into Knights of the Old Republic, so that's where Revan comes from.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know why. I just I kind of dipped my toes into a little bit, and I was like, I read some of the comics, but I'm not as invested into it as the Legends. I think probably the Legends I'm into more because as a child, that's all I had to grab onto. And when the Thrawn series came out, for me, that was my third trilogy, in the series. That was the trilogy that came after Return of the Jedi, was, all of those. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, this is Star Wars now, is the book series. And I read all the books. So, and then when the movies came out, I was like, what about those aliens that attacked the Yuuzhan Vong? What about them? What are those guys going to show?
You sound like my dad, I swear. Like he
Oh,
does
please.
the same thing. I still
Thanks,
remember.
Stephanie. I feel real good now.
Hey, you have listen, Green. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
He's way older now. Don't mind that.
Yeah, he's 53.
Oh. He's not wrong. No, I'm kidding. No, he's not. No, he's not. No,
I think he is.
no he's not.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Oh
But
god.
anyways, yeah, I'm really I think the reason I didn't get into the Knights of the Old Republic because I was more vested into the post Return of the Jedi and what happened to everybody after that.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Fair
But
enough.
yeah, so I'm really excited about what the animation and the new films and the new series are doing because they're they're pulling from Legends. And me watching these with my kids, because I got my kids are getting into, they're Star Wars freaks now too. So
Aw.
when I'm watching the series with them, I'm going, oh, that's da 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 da. They're like going,
Stop spoiling.
What the
oh,
fuck?
you're such a nerd. Yeah, Dad, shut up. We're watching this, okay?
Oh no. You're like, I gotta let them know that I know everything.
Oh,
I know
yeah, no, I do.
everything.
Nerd.
It's pretty sick. Like when R5D4 showed up in Mandalorian, I'm like, oh, that's R5D4. They must have fixed his motivator. Now he can he's running around it. He works there now. He must.
Yeah, I mean the
Well,
thing.
isn't it ironic they have droids working there now because they didn't allow droids there before, but now there's droids running the cantina. You know.
Yeah,
Kids
but
are like,
I mean,
"What, Dad, come on.
Daddy, you're wrong. They just hope you're wrong.
yeah, I mean, Mandalorian
They do.
in general, especially second season, was just freaking. Oh,
Can we talk about that?
All of it.
just
I don't know if we can.
have it, have all of it. Open your mouth and
I
we're
was in
just gonna
tears.
shove it.
I was in tears.
Yeah.
I was literally in tears as soon as the X-wing flew across the screen.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right.
And I was
with
like,
my dad.
it's Luke. And they're like, what is that? I was like, it's Luke.
Yeah.
I was legit next
I'm
to
all,
my dad.
it's
when
red.
this
It's
happened.
legit red 5. It's red 5. And as soon as I was by the end, I was legitimately tearing up. I was in tears. And that happened. I watched it 3 times. I watched it once by myself, like after midnight when it came out, and I was in tears. Watched it with my kids. I was in tears.
Here.
I don't know. It was. I don't know. It was weird. It was weird, but it was just kind of because whenever I watch something that really touches me in Star Wars, it takes me back to when I was 6 years old and watching it for the first time. You know, anything that usually draws me back to my youth, I get really sentimental about. So that's
I hate
my
making the
motivation.
dad comparison. It's just I was there with my dad when we watched the finale. He was the same way. Like he had like one single tear. He felt so overwhelmed and everything. It was just so
Oh,
nice
yeah.
to see him like that.
I was verklept. I was.
He was shocked. He was like, "Where's this? What's happening? What's going on?" He was just overwhelmed. He was just so excited.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I like again, hats off to Filoni and now that Favreau's working on it too.
Yeah.
I've loved Favreau since Swingers in the 90s. You know, I've been a Favreau fan every step of the way, and what he did with Iron Man, I think, was awesome. And him and Feige springboarded all of the way the Marvel universe is right now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I'm
honestly,
stoked that he's now working in the Star Wars universe.
yeah, honestly, those two, Disney, whenever it comes to Marvel or Star Wars, they just, automatically go give it to them because the work that they put together, I mean, it's just pure awesomeness. I mean, it's like, you just watch that and you want to constantly watch it and then rewatch it. Again, Favreau and Mandalorian, you just want to rewatch it over and over and over again. And, every single time you just find some little details put somewhere. Because, the first time you've been watching it, you just focus on what's happening. And then on the second, third, fourth rewatch, you notice all the details in the backgrounds or who holds what. And it's just pure amazing the level of details they put into their work, and then including
and the
fans
music
as well.
is great too.
The
Is
music
blowing
is
me away.
what holds it, honestly.
Oh my gosh, they're and again, my history with the music was, I saw Star Wars, and then there's you go home and you can't bring it up online, you can't put the videotape in. At this point, there's no videotape of Star Wars. You can go home and watch it. Although I had the soundtrack. And I can go home and I can listen to the album, which I still have my original album from the 70s. You can listen to the album and I can remember, oh, this is when they're storming the Death Star. This is when they're escaping the Death Star. Okay, oh, this is dun 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 dun. All those moments. Okay, this is when they're running down the hallway. So I don't have a videotape to watch it, but I've got this incredible score that John Williams created because it's such a visual score, and the music that he creates such a visual palette of what's going on the screen. If you watch that without the music, it's nothing. But then you could listen to the music and remember what was going on when you saw it. And then I love now what Kevin Kiner is doing with the music in Rebel, or not in Rebel, excuse me, in Bad Batch, and he's bringing back all of the because it's the Star Wars world is in this flux where it's the Bad Batch and Clone Wars meeting the original Star Wars universe. So I don't know if you're up on the season of Bad Batch, but when they invade one of that Imperial facility where they've got the new stormtroopers, but there's original music from Star Wars, from the Death Star music that's in that episode,
like
and it's mixed.
Yeah.
And it's mixing with the Bad Batch theme, and he's bringing all of that together, and it's just this magical moment in Star Wars, and I'm gonna start crying again.
Catch up more.
Oh yeah, man, watch your Bad Batch.
My dad invited me over and all that stuff, and I was just like, maybe later, because I know how he is. Like, anytime you watch something, he's like, oh, so this, and that, and then he'll call me like, so this is about to happen. And I'm like, can I just watch?
You're just avoiding your dad, Tiffany. You're avoiding your dad.
Hey, in my defense,
We need to talk about that. Do we need to talk about that?
Every single Marvel movie with this man. All right, every single.
What about
Marvel
Star
movie.
Wars? What about Star Wars?
I don't watch all the Mandalorian with him, so that didn't count. It counts. It counts. Listen.
Not enough
listen.
effort.
It's enough. You know how much of a travel it is.
You better call your dad after this interview.
I'll call him right now.
Love
Say
him.
you want me to call him right now?
Sure.
Ask him what's his favorite Star Wars memory.
Right on. Yeah. What's his favorite Star Wars memory? I'll share. I'll share another Star Wars memory from whenever I saw it as a kid. I'll share it right now while you're getting in touch with him. When I was a kid, watching Star Wars in the theater, my scariest part of Star Wars was the trash compactor monster.
Oh.
When the monster picks his head out, he's all beep, beep, freaked me the F out. So, in all the subsequent times we saw it afterwards, I always made an excuse to leave the room. I gotta go to the bathroom. And I would wait in the lobby until I could hear. And then I'd come back in. Because that jump scare freaked me out so hard. It just so the Dianoga
Yeah.
scared me.
Just a
so
heads
much
up,
as a kid.
you're allowed to swear if you want
He's
to.
calling me. My dad is calling me. Hold on. Should we do this?
Yeah,
Sure.
go.
All right, hold on. Hello? Hello?
What's going on?
All right. So here's the thing. I'm on stream, but I have a quick question for you. All right.
I'm here.
What is your favorite Star Wars memory?
Wow, that's kind of hard. There's so many different situations. Actually, going to see it when I was young, it was a lot of fun being with so many people. It wasn't like screaming and you have to actually participate to see it. Lines around the block, having fun inside the theater and all that.
But if you have to pick like one scene from a movie, what would it be?
Scene?
Yeah, give me a scene.
It doesn't matter which one.
Yes, go ahead. Lay it on.
Here's one. You're Han Solo.
Okay.
That's Jabba's Hut. Leia was there. She was using her powers. This guy Luke just mastered his powers.
Mm-hmm.
And he went there like super bad, superhero. He bust all their ass. I mean, it was nothing.
I can't believe
I
how
think
my
he's
dad was.
I think he's talking about the moment where he's
We're talking about all of them. There's got to be more man.
I'm listening. He's muted.
I
He
know
can't hear
there's
me.
so many moments. Can I ask you dad a question? How old was he when Star Wars came out?
How old were you when Star Wars came out?
Going back.
But how old were you when Star Wars came out? Because the chat is asking.
1977. 1977.
And you're not sure, man. I was young.
I know how old you are. I know when you were born. No, I'm saying I know when Star Wars came out because I know. Obviously, I'm your daughter. I know what year you're born. But do you know what age you were?
No.
He doesn't want to say.
Well, I
It's okay.
was 6. I was 6.
fine.
Was he a teenager? He was a teenager, right? I'm
He was
guessing your dad was
20.
a teenager.
He was 20.
He was 20? Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So he was.
Fully
I'm
energetic.
sure he remembers the
More than
party
average
atmosphere.
person.
The party atmosphere, yeah.
He remembers the party atmosphere of everybody in line and
Hmm.
hanging out and
Everybody got
everybody.
to
Because
interact with each other more. I mean, he was right there. Face. Every
Damn.
day. Man,
Especially
I got my
all the
guy.
Twi'leks
I
there.
got him now. I got you. I got you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for sharing, sir. You have a great day.
Well, thank you. I'll call you back. All right.
No, we had to go through all this craziness just to stay on late. So I would say I was gonna get the same hassle when I got home, no matter what time.
All right, Benicio, love you. All right.
Oh dear.
Well,
That's
there
cool.
you go.
That's cool. Your dad's cool. Your dad's cool. Thank you. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Tiffany's dad. No, and I will say that for him, I know exactly what he's talking about because there was no other film until Star
Yeah.
Wars really that created that kind of buzz with lines around the block. You know, that's the first time that happened. And again, that was for my mom to take me to that 8 times in a row. Well, 8 times while it was out the initial time. You know, was thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah, my dad, like, right now he's a little, I'm pretty sure he's like a little drowsy right now, but he would tell me all the time how much of a, like, for the first time ever seeing it, because he would tell me, like, there was like no other movie like this in the world. And, like,
Yeah.
it was just so visually beautiful, and he was so invested into, like, just the lore. And he always tells me when, the whole Death Star was, like, done, like, that was one of the best moments of, like, all time. And the movie theater was just clapping and screaming, and, like, food was in the air, like, everyone was, like, super
Awesome.
excited.
Awesome.
So-
Yeah. I'm all around it, all over it.
Okay, all time question Star Wars. Who shot first?
On shot first.
That's the only answer. Chat, if there's anybody who thinks differently, no. Han shot first. Because obviously
There was no. Yeah, I hated that in the special edition.
Yeah.
That bugged me all. That bugged me bad.
honestly, that's one of the reasons why I just loved Rogue One. That was
Oh,
that
Rogue One
was
was
like
good.
quintessence of showing that the rebels weren't the purely good guys. That the rebels had had some shit behind there.
Oh yeah, that was a great opening to it. When that's another good series that's going to be cool to see coming out is Andor.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And then in general, Rogue One, to me, it was, just behind Return of the Jedi on my list, and the scene with Vader at the end.
Oh, that was
It was
beautiful.
awesome.
Oh,
It was awesome. As soon as I saw Rogue One for the first time, I came home and then I watched New Hope. It's because
Just
it's
straight
so.
into it.
Just straight as soon as I got home, I watched. Or did I? No, whenever I got it on DVD, I watched it back to
Okay.
back to New Hope, and it was just so
Just
perfect.
went perfect
the
into
way.
it.
Yeah, it's just a great because it gives backstory to Vader being pissed off when he comes in.
Yeah.
And he's like, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me those God damn it, I just fought those bastards on this other ship. They're not going to get away from me this time.
there you go.
Aw,
We have a cameo. Of, yeah,
you make my cat feel terrible. Oh, are we showing pets?
I was going to see if my cat's, it's my cat's afternoon nap time, so I don't know if she's going to be out.
Oh,
Yeah, my cat is just like laying on the floor. Let me see. Hold on.
Shadow
Let me
out?
see.
mine
Okay.
mine
Shadow?
demands cuddles.
Go get me, Shadow. She's under my bed.
Kitty
She's under my
time.
bed. Tell Matilda to bring him over here. Tell Matt to bring Shadow over here. We're doing a pet show off.
There we go.
Come
Yeah.
on, kids, earn your keep.
Bring the cat. Bring the cat.
Bring the cat. Oh, you got little bitty kitty.
Her name is Rebel, and she's also named after Rebellion. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mine's called Luna,
Oh, that's right
and
there.
she's
All right. My cat Shadow's coming. Shadow's a
Oh.
big fat.
Oh,
She's a big
it's
fat cat.
Okay, baby. She
Kitties.
saw the cat on the screen.
Oh.
She's just like, oh.
You want to say hi?
Kitty stream.
No, my daughter's all, no, I want to say hi.
Say hi to everyone.
Ooh. Yeah,
Here she
It's a little
comes.
kitty crew.
All right. I don't know if she'll. She's not real comfortable with my booth. We'll see how she does. Come here, baby.
You big fat kid.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
my
God, that's a
gosh,
chunk.
She's
Go ahead and shut the door. Hey, yo, kitty.
my baby's only like 4 months.
Oh, mine's nearly
Can she
14.
have a cookie? You better not say no.
I know, right? Wow, big fat kitty.
She's biting because she saw your cat.
Oh no. Are we doing? Okay, let me.
No, it's
let me
okay, it's
swaddle.
okay.
Hold on.
It's fine.
No, I'm just gonna. It's okay, Shadow.
Her name is
Yeah,
Shadow?
you guys can have cookies. Yeah,
I already have one for lunch.
I know. You guys can both have cookies though.
But I haven't had one.
Oh, just shit, kitty. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
she's not happy. I'm gonna
Oh.
let her go. Say bye, Shadow. Everybody say bye,
Bye,
to Shadow.
Bye, Shadow.
Hi, Shadow.
Which one? I'm gonna let you put her down. Move.
uh,
Here you go, baby.
Bye-bye. You want a cookie?
I'm good. No, I'll have one afterwards.
Lisa in the
All
chat
right.
says that she has a cat named Shadow as well.
Awesome.
Aw.
Shadow cats.
This is shapeshift. Like a shadow cat.
She's
Oh.
what is it, lycromancer. What a lycromancer. What are the? I can't remember.
Oh.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I can't remember fancy words all the time.
Oh, I have the same things, but with I have the same thing, but with names. Like
There you
honestly, you know, I'm talking about somebody. I know their name, and then comes the moment that I have to say the name, and blank.
Yeah,
It's
just goes
gone,
out of your head.
gone.
I get
Yeah.
that completely.
It doesn't get better the older you get.
Oh shit.
I forgot what I did like an hour ago. Oh, I have pizza. Oh my god.
You started this chat an hour ago is what you did.
No, I told you we had pizza and I didn't eat any.
Oh shit.
Oh no. It's
Yeah, we started nearly
It's okay, the cat ate it all.
nearly an hour ago.
I'll
Yeah.
be mad. That's
Rebel ate
not
it all.
good.
Okay,
Rebel.
so let's head back to Devil May Cry because we just completely went off the rails into Star Wars. I mean, we've never been on the rails. Let's go back to Devil May Cry. But again, gaming wise, have you played them? Any of them?
I played the Devil May Cry 3 up till Dante and Virgil's fight on top of the tower, and I couldn't get past it, and that was it. It's a tough game. It's
It
a
is.
really
It is.
tough game.
It is.
Honestly.
honestly.
I've never been good at like Mortal Kombat, you know, the type of games where you've got to remember certain combinations of moves to advance. So this was a game where you really had to know those, what do they call them? The critical, the attacks, the type of attacks. Like
Combos.
Just
the
regular
mul-
combos.
the combo attacks. I thought there was some other name for it, but yeah. Never good at remembering how to do those combos.
You're
so-
welcome.
Thanks. I don't know how. What game is this?
I
don't know.
I
don't know what we're talking about.
Is that the only Devil May Cry game you play?
I played a little bit of Devil May Cry 2 before I auditioned for it. I rented it
Oh.
before the audition just so I could get familiar with what I was getting into. And I was like, this doesn't help me. Going off the script helped me. You know, I just knew what the gameplay was going to be because, you know, when you're going in and doing the motion capture and stuff, the gameplay doesn't play a lot into the story or your character development or anything. Other than just what the character looked like, you know. For me, when I'm creating a character, when I get that first artist rendition of what the character looks like. That's when I'm like, okay, well, what does this guy sound like, you know? And I just try and play with it in my head, and then I try and okay, how can I vocalize that? And I try and vocalize it, and does it match what I thought in my head? Okay, yeah, that works. But no, I never got into the games. I tried
You should
Bayonetta.
try.
I tried Bayonetta too, and it was the same thing. You know, the combinations. Just
Yeah.
never good at remembering the combinations.
One advice.
I like the story. I like the story options to it. I really liked the story arc of Devil May Cry. So if I was going to play Devil May Cry 4 or 5, it would be to see the story more than to play the games. I would probably play it, you know, on very easy mode just to watch what the story is.
is. Just gonna put it out there. I recommend it.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
do.
I'll take.
But
my
but
recommendation.
honestly,
I've always wanted to pick it up on PS. I've always wanted to get Devil May Cry 3, the remaster on my PS4. To play it
you
on
know,
that,
I
'cause
think
never-
I think we can actually hook you up with that because we do have some codes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do that.
Well, maybe your daughter would know.
Yeah.
Probably would, right?
Yeah. So I
Possibly.
think we can possibly we can arrange something.
I think I can get a used copy for $5 at GameStop. I'll be good.
Whatever.
Or whatever. We'll work it out, dude. I appreciate the offer. Thank you very much.
There you go. No problem at all. No problem at all. So there was a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Is it weird to see or hear you work in the game?
It was initially when I first hear it. It's now it's like I'm familiar with it, so it's old hat. But yeah, of course, whenever the first time I hear it, it's weird. It's weird. It's a whole bunch of different feelings because there's a lot of pride. There's a lot of anticipation fulfilled. There's a lot of hopes fulfilled, hopefully fulfilled, and hopefully not. Really, that's what happened to it. Ooh, really, that's how it sounds. No, it's yeah, but well, no, it's just I hope it sounds good. I hope it you anticipate, you build up, it comes out. If it's there, you're like, yes, that inflection came across. That came across. Okay, you know what I was trying, my intention for that line. That's what it sounded like. So I'm excited whenever I get to hear all those things come together. So it's weird, and it's a bunch of other stuff too. And I get that feeling for every new project that comes out. I want to hear even the little commercials that I do in the little spots. I'll go searching online to try and find the things that I did, because as a voice actor, 75% of the things I do in my booth, I'm never going to hear again. As soon as it goes out, it's never. Or if it gets made, it's going to be a year and a half down the road before you get to hear the final product. So you've forgotten about what you did a year and a half ago because you're on to whatever the next third project was since then. So it's always a pleasant surprise as well.
Gotta let my cat out because somebody closed the door to my room. Just give me a second.
I have a question while he's doing his. I already have an assumption, but if you had to pick, which character did you enjoy more? Was it Jester or Arkham? Like
Jester
for sure. I knew it.
There's so many levels. Arkham's got a very tight window. If you can only talk up, but you can't go that high because you got to keep him down here. But Jester can go way up, and he can go up. He's got the full scale to play with. So the bigger sandbox makes for the more fun character.
For sure.
Yeah, the more freedom you get, the more awesome. I mean, it's just like us. We just do everything off the rails. We can do pretty much anything we want, and there's your result. What's happening?
But that's not to say Arkham wasn't fun to play, because at the same time, I love a challenge, and I love bringing life to a character that is mostly just a plank of wood walking across the screen. I tried to bring him to life somehow, however I can. There's always a good element of enjoyment in that because I love a challenge. And I also love playing I like playing the bad guy. I've always loved playing the bad guy because I like I like making the bad guy likable. That's always a cool challenge for me.
Did you do all of Jester's lines at once, or like Arkham's line, or did you have to like swap back and forth?
No, I did Jester first, and then I did Arkham.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it laid down the track for right.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was that in that order. But it was one or the other, but it wasn't at the same time. No, it was two different sessions because it's such a different strain on my voice too.
Yeah, that's all I was like.
Oh yeah.
Jester with the laughs and the high range and everything, and then Arkham is really deep down and stuff. So if I'm doing that, I'm stretching out my vocal cords and then I'm bringing them back down here like this. That makes for a really tough day.
Yeah. I was just curious to know how that works.
I can't imagine. I had to drink concoction today. I think that was like recipe by Andy Serkis. Obviously with voices and all that he does. So a mix of egg yolk and honey, some sugar and tea, and you mix that all.
Throat coat. Actually.
Yeah, throat coat. Yes,
the herbal tea throat coat. That's what that and honey.
Yeah,
Coat and honey.
Yeah,
that's my tea.
Yeah, always
I don't
helpful.
do citrus. You don't do citrus because it's got a little acid in
Yeah.
it and it hurts you. It's bad for your throat.
Yeah.
So you don't do any no, don't squeeze any lemon or orange in there. It's just honey and throat coat.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, works brilliantly. And today, after I woke up after like 3 hour nap, I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be difficult today. But
Yeah.
it
I
worked.
first found that whenever I was doing theater in Anaheim, California. Me and some alumni from college, we opened our own theater. Had a little black box space in an industrial park, and we were knocking out like shows every weekend. And I would, if you go and sit, when you're in a role and you're a small company, a little bitty theater, there's nobody that can take your place when you're sick. So you've got a bad cold. I found throat coat and honey, and I would drink
Throat coat.
down a cup of that before Act One, and then like an intermission. The lovely whoever was working the intermission stand would have a cup of tea ready to go for me, and I'd down that at intermission, and I'd be ready to go for Act Two. So that was we called that guerrilla theater because we were writing all of our own stuff and doing shows and then late night shows as well. We would do like a 3-week rehearsal and then open a new show. So that was a lot of fun. That was my 90s. My 90s was guerrilla theater.
That
Nice.
seems like a lot.
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
blast.
we usually only see that, little part behind. It's like we spoke with Danielle yesterday, Danielle Burjo, stunt actress, and again, we only see like tiny bit of work that voice actor or stunt double or any stunt performer does, and then on the side there's the whole range of everything.
Yeah, well, all of this was my school basically. This was my learning was theater. I did college. And studied theater in college, and then afterwards, one of a previous alum from the college contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm starting a theater company." And there was about 25 of us, and
Nice.
and it was going up and just until last year, and it finally had to close because of the pandemic.
Oh,
So stages in Fullerton was our theater.
okay, do we have any
Yeah,
questions in
a
the
lot of
chat?
fun.
Just gonna pop that out. If you have any questions for Adam, shoot them out, and we're gonna try and read some of the best ones.
It's been an hour already. That was so fast. What the
Yeah,
heck?
it just
It
flew.
was a good time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Right on.
that was awesome time. We still have like half an hour scheduled.
Yes.
If you got questions, bring them on.
Yeah, bring them on.
Shoot
Bring them
your
on.
messages. I'm gonna see.
Yeah,
I
we'll
could've sworn there
see.
was something.
Oh, I can bet. There's we have again praising for DMC3 Jester being one of the most memorable characters out there.
Thank you.
We have a question.
Let Capcom know. Let Capcom.
Oh, we will.
Tell them you'll buy a million copies of a new Devil May Cry game if you put Jester in it.
Oh yeah,
True.
I mean,
Oh my.
fair enough.
There you go.
Fair enough.
There's your
We
sales
do.
pitch, Capcom.
We actually
I
have
did
Capcom
make- I did- I
supporting
did-
us.
I did make a little. I made a pitch to the production team that I was working with when Devil May Cry was coming out, when they were announcing it at E3 following that we were making it. I made like a story pitch, and I was like this thing how Jester's personality split off from Arkham and became its own entity, and then kidnapped Virgil, and then Dante has to rescue Virgil from Jester.
Not too far off. Devil May
There you
Cry
go,
5,
man.
baby.
Yeah.
Bring it back. There you go.
Yeah.
We have a question in chat.
Yeah, what's up?
If anyone wants to read it, it says, Adam, you have such a great personality. Have you ever done streaming on Twitch?
I haven't not. This is my first time on Twitch. Actually, I just
Oh.
opened my Twitch account when to start watching this. Yeah.
Nice.
So no,
one.
I haven't. I don't really talk a lot in my own personal time. In my own personality, I'm a pretty quiet guy. This is what I enjoy. I do enjoy talking and meeting people like this. But for my own time and when I play video games, that's my downtime.
You're a family man.
I think if I turned my video games into work, I would not enjoy
Wouldn't
them as
enjoy
much.
so much, yeah.
Yeah,
I understand that completely.
understandable.
But
Yeah.
thank you for the compliment.
Welcome.
And
Always
also,
a pleasure. Always.
another thing was, do you shoot everything in order or is it like all over the place for like voice lines or mocapping?
Oh, when we did the mocap, it was mostly grouped around. You would shoot a lot of your. They would bring me in to shoot a lot of my stuff on that day. So it would, as opposed to having, because if you shot something in order, in chronological order, you would have a lot of people waiting around doing nothing, and you would have to pay those people to come to set and wait around and do nothing.
Okay.
So you want to utilize everybody's time as much as possible. So you would arrange your shooting schedule to make sure that everybody is working as much as possible on that day. So like there was days in Japan where I had off days, when they're just doing stunt stuff.
Yeah.
And so I would, I went and visited one of the big Buddhas in Japan and did a bunch of
some good
stuff.
Yeah.
Went around. I love travel. When I travel, I love to go get lost. I'll just start walking off. I'll find like, okay, there's my reference point, a big tall building, so I don't really get lost, but they'll just take off, and just whatever I find, I enjoy. I enjoy the nature in the world. I like observing.
Oh,
Like
hell
that.
yeah.
So it makes me. That's kind of what makes me part of an actor as well. Is I like watching people and mimicking what they do, especially quirky people that do weird things.
Just like us. Just like
That's why
us.
that's why you did that
yeah.
to me earlier. I was like,
I've got 2 new characters right now.
Crazy Nerd and Crazy Tiffany.
Yeah.
hey, you're right. Oh wait,
we're all crazy.
We got.
where else do you want to travel?
Yeah.
Where else would I want to travel? I'd like to go back. I'd like to go to. I've never been to New York. I'd like to go to
It's
New York.
okay here. It's not
You
so
know,
bad.
it's not so bad. I've never been to Broadway. I'd love to go see a Broadway show.
I've been to a couple. It's nice.
I'd like to see more Canada. Been up to Canada a little bit. I shot. I worked on a Madden. I think I worked on Madden 04
Yeah.
or Madden 06. Madden 06 is what I worked on, and I was
let me
just
double
doing.
check.
I played like coaches and fans and people on the sidelines. But I got flown to Canada because again I had a friend who works at EA, and so I got to fly up to Canada and experience a little bit of Canada. I'd like to go see more Canada. It's really
Yeah,
nice
that
up
was
there.
Madden 06. Yes, correct.
I would say New York is a good place to visit, but living, the rent is high. I don't know. The food is really good. You gotta get New York pizza. All I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, no, I want to visit. I want to visit. Great place to visit. Don't think I'd want to live there.
Come
Definitely
to
don't.
UK.
No.
I do want to go to the UK. I've been to Europe. I went to did like a little France, France, Netherlands, and then Germany, and then back out, then Switzerland, and then back down into France. I had some friends who went over to the UK, but it would have kind of disrupted my trip. But I would like to go to the UK.
Free to come. We always welcoming.
It's free. I could just go. I just get on a plane and just go. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me,
Possibly.
but my friend said it was free to come here.
Hey, don't take my
And
word
then
for it.
I've noticed what you did there with Holland, and you started saying Amsterdam.
Well,
And-
well, the Netherlands is the proper pronunciation. Also,
Yeah.
my ex-wife is Dutch,
All
so
right.
she's from the Netherlands. So, and my family heritage also a little bit of Dutch as well. So
Okay.
it was kind of cool there and see everything. But yeah, I did go to Amsterdam with my friends.
Well, which part of Amsterdam was it? Some pubs or some streets?
No, it was the pubs and the coffee shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pubs and
I
coffee
used to
shops
I
all the
used to
way.
live
And then Anne Frank, and then the sites as well. We went to the.
window shopping.
We did go window shopping. Yes, of course. You got to check out these things.
Yeah, of course,
You've never
yeah.
been
That
over
makes
there.
me want to
But
travel.
no, but the Van Gogh Museum was a highlight for me. I love the Van Gogh Museum. I loved the park, going around the park there as well. And then the Anne Frank house was really cool. So,
Oh yeah.
but then a lot of stuff I don't. Those are the really only things I really remember because I was kind of sober when I saw those things.
Kind of sober.
But then we went from Amsterdam and straight to Oktoberfest. So it
Whew.
was just kind of that part of Eastern Europe kind of turned into a blur, and then we kind of sobered up in Switzerland, and then came back into France.
How could you miss Poland? How could you miss Poland?
I made it right.
Aw.
I should have took a left at Albuquerque.
Yeah. Let's
Damn,
see.
you really made me want to travel now, honestly. I need to travel a lot more.
Yeah, we have another shout out. That's from our cosplay admin, Mario Cosplay. Because apart from doing all these, I'm also admin for Devil May Cry cosplay group in UK, and we got a shout out for you to come to UK during one of our.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we do dress up.
Thank you.
Would you?
I've never seen a Jester cosplay. That's
Would
the
you be the
thing. I've
first?
if I had the costume, heck yeah.
No,
Oh,
what if
yeah?
Someone makes it.
Oh hell
Makes it,
yeah!
I'll put it on.
You gotta do the dance, bro. I'm telling you.
I'll do the
In the future.
dance. My feet will be healed by then. No, I used to do character. I for a summer at Disneyland. I was character. I did character work.
Kyo said I can do Arkham cosplay. Kyo's another co-organizer, and he's bold, and quite often people's.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to. That's what kind of bummed me about Devil May Cry is not enough Jester merch.
Oh
Never
yes.
got like a little Jester doll or anything. I would love. I'd see a Jester doll. Oh, just a little Jester doll. What's a Jester bobblehead gonna hurt?
Oh yeah.
Come on, Funko.
That would
Your
be
camera froze. It was like, come
Fun,
on.
Funko.
And now
Funko,
it's like,
if you see this,
come on.
Come on, Funko.
Hey, yo, someone make a Just down right now. I'll pay you $20.
20. I'll.
20, and it's going to charity.
Yes.
Just to put it out.
Exactly.
Oh, a small Jester string doll. Ooh, like a puppet.
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh.
cool.
That'd be cool.
Nah, a little marionette, little Jester marionette.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
crazy awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Get to work,
Ooh.
fan world.
Check Etsy later. Or Jack in the Box.
Check
Yeah.
Etsy in 3 weeks.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to check Etsy now. Hold
Oh,
on
good.
a second. I'm looking. Let's see.
Okay, any more questions in the chat? Any more questions before I pop my question? And that probably going to take a while to get answer and the whole story. If there's no questions, okay, then I go. Obviously, apart from Devil May Cry and everything else, there was another game that you did. And actually, quite a lot of fans of Devil May Cry are fans of that series as well. Castlevania.
Okay, right on.
So
I liked doing Castlevania.
yeah. So how was it to do? How was it to do Castlevania and Saint Germain and everything around it?
Well, I worked with Crispin Freeman on that too. Crispin Freeman did the mocap and voiceover for that. That was a fun experience. That was I think that was my third third voiceover or third motion capture job. And what was weird about that is, again, it's kind of early stages of motion capture. Now you see those big volumes that people work in with the cameras and the headgear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We were kind of like in a conference room. That's where we shot all the motion capture for Castlevania. Was like basically in a conference room in an office building.
Oh, nice! Like
It was yeah, it was really weird. It was just this little bitty like a living room space that they'd completely cleared out, and then they'd gridded up with tape on the floor, and they'd set up cameras on T stands around the room, and set this up. And this was Konami's motion
yes,
capture
sir.
studio.
Red carpet coming in, baby.
But it was great. We had a great cast. I'm trying to was Ruben really wasn't. I'm trying to think if Ruben was in that at all. I don't think Ruben really worked on that at all, but he was there. It was with Just Cause. It was with that group. I think he came out to Japan for it, but no, it was, and Dan wasn't on that as well. So it wasn't as crazy a shoot as Devil May Cry, but it was a cool product to be part of. It was really cool to be a part of Castlevania. beyond that. And that was a game I think I finished that game. I made it all the way through that one.
No, he finished something, boy. You gotta finish Dante versus Virgil. You have to do
I
it.
do finish games.
Yay!
You gotta finish RE5, and you gotta do
I
the tower
gotta pick them
fight.
back up.
Actually,
man.
actually, in the chat we have Shooty8G, otherwise known as Sean McPherson, and you might not know him, Adam, but you definitely heard his music in Devil May Cry 3. So Sean was behind the theme of Devils Never Cry.
I love that music. Yeah, that was awesome music.
So yeah, if you have anything to say to Shooty, there you go.
Thanks for making a great score, because I used it to make my demo reel too. So if you see my my Devil May Cry demo reel that I made 10 years ago or 12 years ago, whenever I made it, it was completely set to the score that he put together. It was awesome. I mean, I had no idea going in how crazy that the music for that was going to be, and just the guitar, the ripping guitar solos and stuff. I think you can unlock the music score afterwards or something like that.
Yes.
As you advance levels and stuff. Yeah, I loved going in and looking at those and just playing those riffs. That was pretty cool. So awesome job.
Awesome. And Shooty also was asking, and I know we probably covered that. He asked who was the first, who was responsible for your first gig, or what audition got your career started?
You said your friend from EA helped you out, right? And the whole
Yeah,
my friend-
Godzilla and
Yeah.
okay.
Doing that little bit of work in Godzilla, and then I met Ruben working on James Bond, and then started working with Just Cause after that. So it's this business has a lot to do with networking, and that's something that they don't teach you that in school. There's no networking class in your acting curriculum. You know, they just tell you finish school, get an agent, become an actor. That's how it works. No, there's you got to learn how to talk to people, and you got to remember names, and you got to know who to search for and who to find. You know, because the person working in HR isn't the person doing casting for the next
big
voiceover
AAA
gig.
title.
So yeah, so it's networking was something that you really kind of learn trial by error, and I really wish I would have learned more about that as a youth. It probably would have helped out my career a lot more.
I mean,
I wouldn't be freelancing at 50.
it's also like luck, I want to say too. If you want to be
There's
honest.
there's so much
yeah.
luck involved. Yeah, and it's the choices that you make going down the road. I had an opportunity to work on Forrest Gump back in the 90s.
What?
I had just finished school in 94, 93, 94, moved to LA, and signed up for Central Casting to do extra work. And then at the same time, I was working with my friends in theater in Orange County. So I was living in LA and commuting to Orange County to do theater. If anybody knows the demographics around here, you realize how stupid that is. So I was working with my friends over there, and I finally got my first lead role in a play that was going to open this coming weekend. And I get a call from Central Casting say, "We need a person who's your height, your total 6'2", your build and everything to be Tom Hanks's body double for green screening on this film called Forrest Gump."
What? That's dope.
But we need you this week. But we need you this weekend.
Oh.
So I would have been bailing on my friends on this networking. Well, just the theater and everything to go work on the show called Forrest Gump. What the f is that? What's Forrest Gump? So anyway, so I didn't do it. And so that's, you look back on your life at choices that you make and regrets that you have sometime.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily regret, because I love, my family
Learning
and everybody.
experiences.
Learning experiences, what would have, if I would have done that, I may have met Tom Hanks. I may have met also who directed so Barry Levinson, who went on to do Polar Express, all the motion capture stuff down the road that he started doing. And then Tom Hanks doing his Earth to the Moon and all in his career. Who knows where turning down that thing would have led me.
Wow.
So you get opportunities like that in life, and But again, at that same time, if I would have made that choice, it would have went against my character and the person and my personal integrity. Because when you commit to something, you don't turn your back on it, no matter the size of it. If I had a lot of people that were relying on me to be there for that show, and these were friends and colleagues, and who I went on to work with many, many years and learn many, many things from them that I would not have learned if I had gone on to be a famous actor.
Well,
Yeah,
you have
just
3
do
beautiful
it.
daughters, all right.
But no, of course. But you never know where those things are going to lead you. But those are just weird experiences in life, and thought I'd share that.
That's honestly awesome. It was brilliant experience having you, Adam, with us. Unfortunately,
great to be here, guys.
we do have to finish up because we already passed the time. It flew so.
We didn't even start talking about Dead Rising.
Oh shit! Fucking hell! Next time
He didn't even
have
talk about his elementary school life and who he sat next to during the 5th grade. Like, what happened?
Oh shit! We terrible hosts.
5th grade teacher, favorite color, go.
I don't have a favorite color. I'm an adult.
Favorite ice cream, go.
Favorite ice cream? I've got some chocolate mousse tracks in the freezer right now that I'm looking to get into tonight.
Favorite topping on pizza?
Pineapple and bacon and ham, baby.
Ugh.
I know. I'm one of those freaks.
I like
one of those
bacon
freaks.
and ham.
Oh.
I'm a Hawaiian pizza person.
Oh god! Everybody from chat now they just gonna leave now.
There goes my rating. Everyone's like, oh, this guy's so
Everybody.
cool.
It was just
Hawaiian
like
pizza.
Going like that. And all of a
That
sudden,
guy. Oh man.
Boo this man. Boo.
I really know how to win him over.
Oh yeah. Shooty in the chat saying that you've been on 2 games together because Shooty was working on Dead Rising as well.
Yeah.
Oh, was he really? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. You should look for my demo on that one. I was really happy with my demo that came out. I used Going to a Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo for my demo on that. You can find it on YouTube.
Awesome. I'm gonna drop your link to social media in the chat later on, and we're gonna share it on our profile on Twitter. But for now, we have to wrap up, and we do have
Favorite Star Wars character?
My least favorite Star Wars
Yes.
character? Oh god. That damn Dianoga that scared me as a kid.
Yeah, you know what? Makes sense. All right. I just wanted to do like quick little pop-up questions.
I'm horrible at those pop-up questions because I
Favorite
can't.
character, go.
I don't know.
Oh, my face gonna hurt. My face gonna hurt again.
What have you done?
What did you do? July 10th, 1999 at 4 p.m.
I was getting ready to go drinking.
Let's go! All right.
That was 1999. That was a whole century ago.
Oh yeah, different millennium. Okay,
Right.
big shout out to Adam. Thank you for
guys.
joining us.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can work
Thanks for
together next time. Hopefully.
Don't forget to donate. Don't
forget to donate. Make those donations. I'm gonna drop a quick link to the chat. Adam, any last words before we go offline?
Thanks again for having me on. Like I said, my first con. I had a great time. I hope I get to do more of these. And I'd love to talk to you guys again sometime. We had a great time. We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, keep in touch. You know my email.
in
You know my
Discord.
social media. You know our Discord. So feel free
We're
to
gonna play
jump
some
in.
Diablo.
Oh hell
can
yeah!
we?
Hell
Hardcore
yeah!
seasonal? I'm a hardcore
PlayStation?
seasonal person.
Yes.
I haven't played online yet, so I'll try and see if I can hook up with you guys.
We're gonna
We'll
teach
get in
you.
touch.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll get in touch. We'll try. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm up for it. I got
Okay.
a broken foot. What else am I gonna do?
Wait,
Everything.
Before we leave, how many donations came in today? Maybe we can have Adam read them off and say thank you.
Oh,
Possibly.
let me.
Yes.
As long
send
as
me
I can-
something to read.
As long.
I don't know how to.
I'm
I
dyslexic,
can't
so I'm in the
read.
same boat.
As long as I can
I'm actually-
unlock my phone, because my
Let me put
hands
glasses
are
on.
my hands
Hello, you don't see.
my hands
You
are
want mine?
so sweaty. I can't even
I got
unlock my
spares.
phone.
I know. I got. Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
You see that? We did a virtual trade-off.
Okie doke. I should be okay. And oh, it's always hard with those names. So we have four donations to read. One
where
from.
am I reading them?
Oh, let me. Shoot! I
Read
can't.
'em.
I can't
You can't
take
get
a
it to me,
screen.
can you?
Can you
No.
read it upside down?
Can't.
Make
Can't.
it like a challenge.
Yeah, I can do
I
it.
can't. I don't even know where are they at. Oh, here we go.
Oh, don't dox them. Don't do that.
Buddy,
Put down the phone.
Argartwa. I'm sorry if I butcher names.
Don't read the names. Just
Yeah,
say
no,
the first name.
They already hate me because I like
That's
Hawaiian
not
pizza.
true,
Now I'm gonna murder their names, and they're gonna.
Okay, so
I had a
first
good-
name Jovan Jovanne. See,
You're giving
Bronx,
out full names.
Bronx.
Put away the phone.
But yeah,
Get the phone down. Put the phone down. Put the phone down.
I'm
Where?
gonna stab you with a horn.
God,
Say-
you guys are violent.
Let's go.
I've got a paper clip. I'm gonna MacGyver you.
Okay, it was amazing,
guys.
amazing to have you. Thank
Great
you,
fun,
thank
great
you,
fun.
thank you. Great fun. And take care, Adam. And we're gonna stay in touch and hopefully work together on something next time we do something. And hopefully we're gonna stay in
Yeah,
touch.
any of you indie game developers, look me up. I'd love to work on your projects.
We
Ooh,
definitely
I
gonna
know.
spread the word.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna spread the word.
Yeah.
Thank you, and signing off, Nerd Armory.
Thank
Tiffany
you, everybody. Have a
Lockhart.
great weekend. Enjoy
And
the rest
Adam-
of
Adam
enjoy
Clark.
everything.
See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Da, 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 da.